What's going on, everyone? It's your boy King back with another video. Before we get started, I want to say thank you all. We had 200 subscribers a couple days ago, and I'm so grateful. Thank you all for hitting that subscribe button. Thank you all for liking my videos. I appreciate it, each and every one of you. With that being said, let's get started on today's video. We are going to be flipping for 1 hour with 100 mil, seeing how flipping compares to like boss task and so on and so forth. Let's get started. Before we get started, I want to ask all of you, if you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you want to watch more of my content. With that being said, I'm not the best flipper in RuneScape. I'm just an average flipper that, with a very specific method of flipping, I've made hundreds of mils on RuneScape, and I like to share it with y'all. I enjoy flipping. It's what I do most of the time when I'm on RuneScape or I'll train. It's relaxing to me. So flipping with a big cash stack is the easiest way to get that relaxation while you're doing something else on another account, because it should be less resource items and bigger flips. With a big cash stack, it's a lot easier to control the item's margins that you're flipping. Once you find that margin, you should focus on checking the market from time to time. I personally do this when I bought half of the items max stack that can be bought for those 4 hours, and I sell those for the margin that I've already discovered. If they sell, then I'm the only one flipping between that margin that I created. If they don't sell, then I have to create a new margin so that I can still make a profit over another flipper. Call this controlling the market, and this is more of an advanced flipping technique, but you will get a handle on this while you flip if you decide to start. With 100 mil, I focus on bigger items and less resource items. Bigger items because, well, they usually have the best margin compared to a couple of resource items. Usually the big items like PK weapons, God of War items, and max combat items have a 50k to 500k margins, depending on the time of day. Sometimes they even can have a 1 mil plus margin. Yes, I've flipped Dragon Claws and made 1 mil off of each Dragon Claw that I've flipped before. It just depends on time of day and if you get lucky or not. But if you throw your cash stack into, say, 5 Benos chest plates for 98 mil and you have 2 mil left over, then I would suggest you have a couple of resource flips like written down somewhere that you like to do and that you flipped before that you like, and flip those while you wait for the Benos chest plates to finish buying, because that's the easiest way you can make a decent money per hour and not have your cash stack just all on one item at one time. Speaking of writing items down, I would also suggest that while you start flipping, you write down the flips that you like, that you've made a lot of money from, onto like a Word document or notepad, so that you can keep track of it. So that in the next 4 hours, you can flip it again and see if you 100% like that item. And then, put it somewhere else like, hey, when you log on to RuneScape, flip this, that, and that, and you can make 500k. Now, this list should be your personal list of what you found that you like to flip. I like to flip regular items, as I'm pretty sure most of you have noticed, because regular items, they don't take that much time. I don't have to wait any longer, because to me, if you have to wait longer than 10 minutes, you're losing money, because you can always flip an everyday item and make whatever you could make with, say, a 1 mil flip that only has like 50 traded items per day on RuneScape in 10 minutes. Like, there's no reason, in my personal opinion, to wait longer than 10 minutes on one flip, but each flipper has their own style. That's just not my style. Now, with the 100 mil, I flipped this a couple of times during different periods of the day to find out like how much money usually you can make on the items that I flipped in here, and I will go over those towards the end of the video. But more or less, they have made me this certain amount of cash that you'll find out at the end of the video pretty consistently over the course of, I flipped one at noon, I flipped one at 4 Eastern Standard Time, and I flipped one at 8 Eastern Standard Time. And all three of them pretty much made the same amount of cash. So I really just picked one from one of those flipping sessions, and that's what you're seeing on screen. Because I like to give y'all real flips that I do every day that can work consistently, no matter if you watch this video in a year from now, if you watch this video in 2 years from now. Flips that will continuously work no matter what period of time old school RuneScape is in. Flips that you can always make money from. I didn't like when I started flipping that a lot of flippers at that time period, they really were focusing on random items that would make 90k after like a day. To me, that was very dishonest, because the chances of me doing that flip could be 1 in a million, but you do it and you make 90k and expect me to do that. So that's even more of a reason why I like to show y'all everyday items. I flip them in my real flipping times that I have to myself. And to me, those are just the best items, because you can't fabricate everyday items. They're always going to have good margins no matter what. With that being said, over the course of this video, I have flipped Bandos chest plates, dark bows, chaos runes, torture ammies, Zora scales, mythical darts, both ballistas, archer rings, furies, dragon boots, Bandos god swords, whips, berserker rings, armor god swords, blowpipes, coal, Robin Hood hats, berserker necks, anguish necks, dragon bones, stamina pots, primordial boots, Darehawks. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and conclude the video. Overall, we made an easy 1,682K. In 1 hour, we made almost 1,700K just flipping regular, everyday items. These margins are excellent. I would personally suggest you always flip these because the margins usually don't do too bad. They're usually pretty good and you can always make money from them. Please give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want to watch more of my content. It's your boy King and I'm out. Peace.